Well, hello, my dear friends, and welcome back to another broadcast moving through the book of Philippians. Today we are looking at Philippians chapter 1 and verse 3, and I trust that you will cultivate a heart for revival. Now, as we jump into the scriptures, the verse reads like this: I thank my God upon every remembrance of you. If there were a title that I'd like to give to this verse, it would be The Power of Remembering with Gratitude. The power of remembering with gratitude. For when we are grateful, things begin to change in our life. Perspective begins to change, and we begin to glorify God just a little bit more. One sentence, Philippians 1:3, I thank my God upon every remembrance of you. One powerful habit. Listen, Paul reveals some transformative truths within the book of Philippians, and this is one that's at the top. He chooses gratitude. He chooses gratitude when he remembers God. And specifically in this verse, he chooses gratitude when he remembers people. Not complaint, not being offended in them, not regret. Gratitude, being thankful. Listen, today's challenge in Philippians 1:3 is about what happens in your heart when someone comes to mind. Therefore, the power of remembering with gratitude. Paul says, I thank my God. Notice he doesn't just feel thankful, he directs his gratitude upward. What a thought. His thanksgiving is relational. It is spiritual. Then he says, upon every remembrance of you. Listen, that is intentional. Every remembrance. This is a remarkable thought because the church at Philippi was not perfect, just like every one of us. Listen, no church is perfect. No group of people is perfect. No individual is perfect. Yet Paul trained his heart to remember them through the lenses of gratitude instead of frustration or offense. Listen, if you look into somebody's life long enough, you can find something to pick apart, to be frustrated with, to be offended at, to not be thankful for that individual. But what if gratitude is the way that we remember people? I believe things will begin to change. Perspective will begin to change. And so Paul had a heart full of gratitude toward God for remembering the people. So what if we did the same? Memory can be a blessing or a burden. Am I right? Memory can be a blessing or a burden. It depends on what we choose to rehearse in our mind. Step one, as we consider this verse, audit your remembrances. Audit your remembrances. This simply means that you're taking account of what you remember. When certain names come to mind, what rises up first? Is it grace or is it irritation? Is it appreciation or is it offense? Is it trouble or is it peace? And be honest, your first reaction reveals the condition of your heart. So audit your remembrances, which leads you to a second point of which you need to react in. Replace reaction with thanksgiving. So when it comes down to what you remember about somebody, if there is irritation, frustration, offense, if there is trouble in your heart when you consider them, replace that reaction with thanksgiving. This will help you to be able to forgive individuals just like God has forgiven you. Choose one person today, maybe even someone difficult, and thank God for something about them. Maybe this person has hurt you, but allow the true forgiveness found in Jesus Christ that Jesus Christ gave to you to minister to your heart to them. It might be small. It might require humility, but gratitude shifts your perspective. Instead of replaying what hurt you, replay how God has used them. Replay how God has grown you, or replay being blessed through them, because I doubt that everything is bad about that individual that you are thinking about. Listen, every one of us are trophies of grace, if you will, where the mercy of God has ministered unto us, and especially if it's another brother or sister in Jesus Christ. Please understand how sweet it is for the brethren to dwell together in unity. So you need to audit your remembrances. Do you have gratitude or irritation, appreciation or offense? Do you have trouble or peace in your heart? Be honest and react according to what is revealed in your heart, and then replace that reaction with thanksgiving if there is irritation, frustration, or offense. So choose a person or multiple people today and start exercising this verse, the power of remembering with gratitude. And then step 3, express it. So step 1, audit your remembrances. Step 2, replace reaction with thanksgiving. Step 3, express it. Paul didn't just think gratitude, he wrote it and he spoke it. 3 simple words can transform a relationship. I thank God for you. Send a message. Make a call. Speak appreciation out loud in person. I thank God for you. Gratitude strengthens connection. Silence weakens it. So be sure to reach out and express your thanks. It is our habit as we travel the country to, as best as possible with thank you cards, and in the event that we can't, texts or conversations, and from the pulpit saying thank you. Being able to thank God for the gifts, for the time in fellowship, for the way that people have received the preaching of the word. Listen, grace and peace lead to gratitude toward others, and it strengthens your connection. Silence, though, weakens it. So allow the grace and peace from verse 2 and the servanthood mentality from verse 1 challenge you to have a heart full of gratitude for someone that you have not been full of gratitude before. Philippians 1:3 teaches us that remembrance is a choice. And I read it again. I thank my God upon every remembrance of you. Paul is speaking to the church at Philippi, not just one particular individual, but the church of Philippi. You can be thankful for every individual within. You can rejoice in the goodness of God to give those people into your life. So Philippians 1:3 teaches us that remembrance is a choice, that thanksgiving is a choice. You can remember people through pain, or you can remember them through praise. Gratitude does not ignore imperfections, because no doubt there are those prophets and there are those who without much mercy are looking at somebody and saying, they don't deserve my thanks. They don't deserve my remembrance. Well, my dear friend, neither do we, neither do you, but the grace of God and the mercy of God has saturated our lives, and the same kind of forgiveness that we have been given, we need to extend. You can remember people through pain, or you can remember people through praise. What choice is it going to be? Gratitude doesn't ignore imperfections. It chooses to value what God is doing anyway. So today, retain your memory, take it to God, and thank God for them. When someone comes to mind, let thanksgiving rise first. I thank my God upon every remembrance of you. Imagine how your relationships would change if you reacted this way. Imagine how your heart would soften. Imagine your peace, that it would increase in your life as grace and peace is delivered to those around you through remembrance and gratitude. So the challenge today from Philippians 1:3 is very simple. Imagine your relationships. Thank God for them. So turn remembrance into thanksgiving, turn memory into worship, turn people into reasons to thank God. Maybe it starts with thanking those closest to you, your children, your spouse, your relatives, your loved ones, then those around you in community for the fellowship that God has given to us through Jesus Christ. And then as that goes into other places like the workplace, you can begin to thank coworkers. You can begin to thank God for your boss and thank your boss for what he does, because often we don't even realize that where there are new levels, there are new devils, and those in a leadership authority are going through a lot. Let's thank God for them, and let's thank them in person. So the power of remembering through gratitude is something that can change our lives and then change others' responses as well. My dear friend, I want to thank you for listening today to Philippians 1:3. Thank you for click and play, and I wish you the best of days for the glory of God. Please join us next time as we move verse by verse through the book of Philippians.